Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for January 5th, 2022. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. We're going to scroll down, look for the Zoom banner here. If you'd like to be part of Cathy's SRC4u Daily Energy Clearing Group, all the information's here. You can just register now. If you'd like to follow Cathy, you can follow her on Twitter. All her posts are being added. But we're going to click over to the Zoom platform, where I will open the app and the call will be live, so lower your speaker volume.
So let me show you where we ended up with. I had to just go ahead and do the, paste it on here, our scan, and it wouldn't at that point. We'll see if that has changed. It would not even let me, it won't even let me clear. So we wanted family members. We're working, of course, a focus this week is on the colon. And I meant to send you this list, and I did not do it. This is the list that it's a long list too. I may just send it separate, although we don't have that much other to send right now. This is a long list for scanning. And when colon came up twice, and then you think about the stress related to the colon and all the problems people have and how it affects not just physically but mentally. Well, let's do a little focusing on that. So we want today a family member. Get up there. The custom shin and the Gong, which I'll probably have to do later because we'll try it, but without the Excel spreadsheet, that's become a very long list. We want the etheric field properly aligned with all subtle bodies. And again, it may not let me do some of this today. We'll see. And so now this, we're going to have to look at this a little closer down the road because this is coming up so much, and curse seems to be generational stuff, but we probably need to do a little bit more work on that one to clear. And let's see what we've got here for our Pro Tools. Let's just go into Reiki. $10 hours, so yeah, need to investigate this at some point. And on down to, we're going to do our SSTT, Miraculous Protection. As you can see, it's an interesting time here. Oh, Ron got in. Let's look at the field generator. I'm pretty sure we have that cocktail in here. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe it was with that code after it. Let's look again. Nope, don't have it in there. Log. And you see it's kind of hopping around on its own. You should have this in here somewhere. Well, really. Only 5 minutes. And we're pretty clear today. Restore to divine blueprint. We do that in the light therapy. And it looks today to me, just from the basic scans, we're pretty balanced today. And I do have some new things in here, like the Earth 2020. We did not ask for that today, but we are still, or 2022, but we are still taking it in the sustenance balancer. So with that in mind, we thought, let's just go ahead and optimize. And then I will add the Gong later and let you know what came up, but let's look at this. Little wonder click. But then looking at the, it's now January Zoom. This is something last night I worked with a little bit, and even though we didn't ask for the recharger, let's go in here and see what kind of time we're looking for. With the numbers on this colon type of stress, it doesn't hurt to check these things both for yourself and the people you're working with. Let's just look and see what we've got. 13 hours, so it wouldn't be a problem. Doesn't look like it's a priority to have in our basic scan, but during this time we're working on this, probably wouldn't be a plan, or not a bad plan to work with it. This is all etheric, it's proactive. And Olive sent some wonderful information, but I can't pull it up. So as soon as Derek gets here, we'll have a lot more information on how we can eat to prevent these colon issues. And one thing she mentioned is the juices. You don't get your fiber. The smoothies would probably be better. We do have a phone number for someone who does the Juice Plus. We know a real big factor is to have 5 to 6 servings of vegetables a day. That we may need some help with that in the form of smoothies and maybe different products. That's one of the wonderful things about your individual work is you can test yourself for resonance. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got a little resistance in the form of phlegm. We didn't come up and ask for any clearing with meridians. We've got heart meridians. There's the phlegm again. We need to really go into some more data on that. I don't think we even have a cocktail on it. We'll have to look. Anything on that, Kevin, to add?
No, there's multiple layers and levels of Chinese medicine concerning phlegm.
Yeah, it's a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a substantial and non-substantial, and there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, luckily, when it's in here, it's working on it. And so we're very blessed. Yeah, so we don't, I like the knowledge because I think it puts our neurons closer together. And I do think the more we know about what's going on, the more powerful of a session it is. Now, we got some stress related to psychic attack, which I think we all know that by now it's usually us doing it to ourselves with our own thoughts, many of which we're not even aware of. Let's just look and see what we've got. Okay, a little bit of a stress there. Now we have that awareness. Might look at some of the things you're saying to yourself. Stress related. Let's just go ahead and first see the amount of negativity. No brain stress. And always, we have a lot of good charges in reference to the brain. Let's just see if that's a priority today.
Hey, Cathy.
Yeah.
Can we go back to phlegm for a second?
Yes, absolutely.
Does anybody know, like, the root cause of all the phlegm that, I mean, I have that come up on many people's programs. And so, number one, what is the root cause of it? And like a concrete physical thing we can do, like a food or supplement or something like that.
No, you're trying to simplify it. In TCM, it's not simple.
TCM.
Traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know
it is not simple. You're trying to think of phlegm as Western phlegm. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
There must be.
How do they treat it, Kevin? Do you know?
You need a book.
I was just going to say, I've got to find a book. I do. I've been thinking that. Yep. I have not found one yet, but I've got to find a book because this is important. It does keep coming up, and we do need to look in. This is the other thing we have to look into, as weird as it is, about, learn more about this because it comes up for everybody, and I am convinced it's generational. And that we get actually seeded with things from past generations, or it could be past lives. So, I do have a book on this right here. I just need to keep reading it, and we'll have some information. I think we've got some, I can't find it in my notes probably right now, but I had started some notes, and then other things came up. Now, this is interesting, this defensive action. Altruism, which may not be a positive, because sometimes we're loyal to things that are lies. Longing, there's that psychic attack again. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm schizophrenic, and so am I. All right, where these come from. But remember that schizophrenia may be a real asset. We so much in the physical world where our body is just a wink, and all the subtle bodies are calling the shots. The schizophrenic may be more in tune with those bodies than we realize. This is this clear tear that is in the planet Earth vision board. And in my opinion, this kind of terror has been programmed into us. This could be the curse, because this goes way back for what's been seeded into us. Look at that. Is that yeah? It's a 94. So that's another topic to investigate. Look at that. I'll be doing more with the prayer warrior on that. I just don't want to show everybody's names. Okay, so this water, we do know water is a computer, and we need plenty of water. I'm still doing my 4 glasses of water every morning, and I've had a few people ask me if I'm losing weight, and I don't weigh, and I don't have that many different clothes to tell, but I've had enough ask that it's interesting. Here is mouth. We've got some good mouth charges in here. Sounds strange to say, but just look. Yeah, it's borderline, so we can do some of those. I had a strange dream a couple of nights ago. It was quite a dream, actually, where I got a long and strong message that I had to start taking better care of my teeth. And I thought, well, I think I take care of them. I use Thieves toothpaste and Thieves mouthwash and do all the things I'm supposed to do. But then that morning when I did my scan, it came up and mentioned coconut oil. Do any of you do coconut oil pulling?
Yes, I do, Cathy.
If you Google that, it's quite impressive what it supposedly does. Was that someone?
Yeah, I do oil pulling.
Yeah.
And it's, among other things, it helps to kind of pull bacteria out of, the area of the teeth.
And I was telling a friend about that, and she said, oh, but there's 2 more steps. Let me share that with you, and you can look into it. And I'm doing it now. I'm doing all the steps. The oil pulling first, and of course they say when you spit that out, don't spit it down your plumbing. Be sure to keep it separate from that. Then she said, swish with hydrogen peroxide for a few minutes, and then take your probiotics. And she said preferably a powdered probiotics, and kind of swish that around and then swallow that. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Great, that's
and
good.
I've been doing it since I had the dream. And because you don't want to fool with your teeth. That's for, among other things, that could be your spark plugs.
I also think that flossing is very valuable.
Mm-hmm. Yes. There's so much, and a lot of it is just habit, not doing it. Let's look at stress related. I didn't mean to put thyroid, actually. No, thymus I did. Okay, look at that. So this would be a day to maybe consider doing that thymus tap. And they say, actually, as you know, because I say it enough, we should be tapping our thymus 10 minutes a day. look at stress related to, and again, that could be the psychic attack. It might be self-criticism. Either way is not good, ourselves or others. Doesn't look too bad for the group. Let's go ahead and add it in. Discontented. This was one of the things they talked about, that we should start each day with a gratitude in the form of even writing it out in a journal. Here's that fluids again. Words to ponder. A pessimist is a man who looks both ways before crossing a one-way street. All right. Despondent, despair, but does not give up. We've got that despondence already. Let's just look at despair. Oh, good. If we even need to add that, let's just put in here. Amp that up a little bit. Optimistic, that's a good thing. Even argumentative is not necessarily, if you're speaking up as airhead, might need a little improvement. Dwells on thoughts of the past, nostalgia, homesick. And okay, so here we go, the resistance factor, flora. So again, in tune with our theme the next couple days, this colon health. And the as we know from yesterday, it's not enough to do the microbiome. You got to also be aware of that wall of the colon, which can really crack up. And that, as we age, we're more prone to that. So this, I went to the grocery store yesterday and bought mostly vegetables and fruits. And I'll say this, my bill was a lot higher than usual. So that might be what's discouraging a lot of people. And especially you have families with children, and a little package of organic blueberries is more expensive than an entire Happy Meal sometimes. So you can see maybe how all this has happened. Any thoughts?
Just that I think that's absolutely true.
Yeah, there's a lot of, yeah.
I have lots of thoughts and none of them are very good, so I'm not going to share them.
Okay, yeah, we've got people are, how do I want to put this? I think we are in the midst of a great awakening, and if we focus on that and keep doing what we do and sharing some of this with people, and as I said, some of you may be starting your own groups. I think we've learned a lot, and many say there is no negative if we learn from it. So all kinds of things to think about. I'm kind of tempted. Let's just go in here. One last thing. Even though we didn't ask for the recharger. Since we are on this subject matter, let's just look at balance. Colon. And this will give us an idea. 19 hours. So this is a source of stress for the group in general. And the statistics, support that. There's a lot of colon-related illness, so we'll keep doing our thing. Any thoughts? Now, I guess probably the discouraged one is me when it comes to our intention group. But maybe that was a message not to give up. And we do have, for any of you who want to participate, where'd it go? I think maybe it's down here. We have a member of someone who has requested help. She's got lung cancer, and so, we'll go ahead and do this at 11. It might be a good idea to focus a little bit more on the image cycling, those of us who made a vision board, and let's just go forward.
Sounds good. That's all we can do is go
That's
forward.
well, especially with those words to ponder, which
Right.
not words to ponder, but whatever that statement was, because it is very discouraging. We have gotten some feedback, but we've also lost some people. So let's just move forward. And as soon as Derek comes and gets my email fixed, I'll send out that list that you saw and a few of the new codes, and then we'll go into tomorrow.
Thank you, Cathy.
Question.
Thank you very much.
Question.
Have a blessed day.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who doesn't want to heal because of the attention it gives them.
Yes.
What's the name? It's not hypochondriac, is it?
No. What is that name? I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of the term, but
Litchmeyer's or something like that?
Or anything related to that type of syndrome.
yeah, and it is a definite that is going on, and again, I think that's something way below the surface as well that many people are not even consciously aware of.
Right.
Secondary benefit.
Yeah, there you go. Secondary benefit. Interesting. Let's just go in here since we're still on. Oops. Well,
Like a child in a large family, and they want attention, and they recognize that when they're sick, they get the extra attention, and then
Yeah.
translate it into love or whatever.
yeah.
That's the secondary benefit.
Okay.
And we even have, with children, parents who do these horrendous things to their children for the attention. Is that Munchausen syndrome?
Munchausen.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
apparent, yeah.
But the other part is some people get paid to be sick,
Yes.
and
very-
that's a secondary benefit.
Let's just see where we are. We're just taking 7
Okay,
minutes as a
so-
group.
We would just use that phrase, or is there anything related?
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think, just clear. Let's just look. Clear all secondary. Maybe we don't want to put, could we put all subconscious benefits from being ill?
Right.
Let's just look and see if there's any difference. Get in there.
If you get a disability check because you're sick, that's a secondary benefit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, we're a little bit higher. As a group, though, this is not an issue for those of us as much, apparently, by the minutes. When we put all secondary 7 minutes, here it's just 25. But yeah, this, if you really start looking into it, even though you want to help people, there has not been, I have people all the time coming in wanting to do prosperity work. And if they're getting disability checks, that's not going to be much benefit to them to do the prosperity work. And so there's a lot to look at. Welfare, while you want to help people, especially children, we may not have gone about it in the right way. So that's a good point, Stephen, and something I know we have to, maybe with people we're working with, do a little bit more clearing on that.
Hey, Cathy,
Yeah,
before you sign off,
yeah.
I've been reading a lot about the SZX Gold. SZX is Renee Casey, and she was a nurse
Yes.
in 1922. And they have added to that formula in Canada, they added to the SZX, they added the AHCC.
Oh, okay.
There's with the mushrooms, fermented mushrooms.
Yes.
And that's really strong. So anyone with cancer can actually try that product and see if it actually works for them. Because
Well, yes.
you never know. You never know. And you test it on the SRC. And I've been doing that with some of these people that I know. And it resonates pretty high for them. So
Wonderful. Thank you. Do you have a special link for that, Nydia?
No.
Okay.
I could look for it, but these people at the Soho show. Founder, one of the founders in Canada. I met him there last month.
Wow.
So I have some articles that he sent me. So I could see if I could find a link to it, but I'll let you know. But Asiatic Gold, they could put that in the SRC and see if it resonates for them.
Yeah, this can be pretty interesting if you go in here and just with these things, priority on an individual basis. This would not be for a group,
right?
But priority for Qi is SEACT.
Well, in this case, it's the gold is the one that.
Oh, okay. Let me say gold.
Is the stronger one. Because it has the mushrooms in it. The AHC.
Yes. Okay, look how that jumped up.
Right, it is.
Wow, okay.
It's really powerful. I feel that if the nurse in 1922, and she cured a lot of people with cancer at that point.
Wow, yes.
With those 4 herbs, then now, of course, now they've added the HHCC, which makes it stronger.
Yes.
I think it may help. I don't know.
Just for the heck of it, we could then test in the image of
SEAC Gold. I don't.
Yeah, SEAC Gold or just SEAC?
No, just SEAC Gold is what.
Okay, all righty.
Would you mind saying what that added ingredient is that makes it so effective?
The if you look it up, I cannot right now look for, I can tell you the whole name, but it's really long. It's AHCC, all in capital letters. And it's fermented different mushrooms that they've fermented. It's really powerful. There's a book called from Dr. Pasquarelli. What was his name?
Oh, Fred Pasquarelli?
Pasquarelli, right.
Yeah.
He really talks a lot about that AHCC.
Yeah, we have AHCC in the sustenance balancer already. But, this tea, this is an exciting thing. And there's several. Now, again, for the group, it's not as effective. But another thing I know I want to learn more about, and I just haven't done it, is the MMS. And that, again, on an individual level, these are things we maybe want to open our awareness to. Again, that's right in the middle for the group. So lots of things here to think about.
And not to forget about the chaga as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's look. How do you spell that again, Joanna?
CHAGA, chaga.
Oh yes, that's one of them. That's a powerful mushroom too.
Mm-hmm. And as I recall, some people just put the actual mushroom in, like on their cheek, and just left it there. Is that right?
I haven't done that, but
yeah, I've heard that. Okay,
yeah.
Again, for the group, we're not getting a real accurate, but it's something you can test for individuals.
Yeah, indigenous tribes use the chaga. They put it in their cheek.
That's it. Yeah. All right, so we are learning some things. We're pulling some things together, and so I just, I'll get as soon as I can get today's information out, I will, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Yeah. Concludes the SRC4u Zoom call. Thank you for being part of the group. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.